What is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I'm joined by Canadian Yorker, and we are here to make our 2025 Royal Rumble prediction video, and it's taking place in Indianapolis. And yes, Royal Rumble. Yeah, it's that time of the year again for the Royal Rumble where the men or woman wins the Royal Rumble and go on to main WrestleMania. Uh, so Canadian Yorker, how's it going tonight?
It's a busy day, busy week. You can't complain though. In the midst of all the busyness going on, we're still managing to find the time to talk about wrestling. And I mean, there's a lot of things going on, but it's good to come together. Just discuss what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble.
All right, so let's get started like how we do every Royal Rumble. Excuse me, like how we do for every pay per view. Canadian Yorker is going to do his prediction first, and then I'm going to share my predictions next. So let's get started. Since it's the Royal Rumble, we're going to leave the final two predictions of the men's and Royal Rumble from last. We have two cards matches we can talk about. Let's start off with the tag team championship. We're gonna start off with DIY Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, and they're doing it in a 2 out of 3 falls. So you have to get 3 pitfalls to win. So we got DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. DIY defending their WWE Tag Team Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So this is gonna be a hell of a match. This is actually, if you guys don't know, this is the first time since WrestleMania that the Tag Team Championship has been defending on a pay-per-view. So that's crazy. It's ridiculous, but that's insane. But Canadian Yorker, you have the floor. What are your thoughts on this match, and what is your prediction? Who do you think is going to win this 2 out of 3 falls between the DIY and Motor City Machine Guns?
So I like the fact that the well, the DIY is defending their titles. We haven't seen them really defend their titles much, and I mean the fact that they haven't really main evented a world tag team championship is crazy. Since WrestleMania, we are now in January. I mean, WrestleMania was last year. I mean, it's that is wild. But I think to make the fact that DIY went heel, it makes it interesting. And now they're one of the more interesting tag teams in the WWE right now, and they have really um, put the work in to make people not like them. I could see them turning heel. I mean, they win the championship as a face, then they lose it. Then they turn heel and they win it back, and it makes it interesting that they're going to be main eventing now. I don't really see them winning or losing. I don't really see them losing their tag team championships at Royal Rumble. Um, I do think that DIY will be holding on to their titles, and this gives Motor City Machine Guns a chance to continue to chase DIY for to get their championship back because they beat them for the title. So I am definitely going to be locking in my pick for DIY to retain their title at Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, yeah, DIY definitely deserves a title run. I think it's too early for them to, drop the titles. Motor City Machine Guns. I like what they did for the company. They came in and they suddenly beaten the Bloodline for the tag team titles, and then obviously they lost it. But I just feel like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. This is gonna be a great match, obviously because Johnny Gargano grew up watching the Motor City Machine Guns when he was a kid or whatever, something like that. But I think it's gonna be a really close match. But I'm gonna go ahead and lock my pick. I just think it's just too early for DIY to drop their titles. So I'm gonna lock in my pick. I think DIY survives a tough one. I think the Motor City Machine Guns is gonna make them work for it. I think it's gonna be a close match, but in the end, I think DIY comes out with the victory. I'm picking DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa to successfully retain their tag team championship against Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match. All right, so me and Canadian Yorker has locked our picks. We have both picked DIY to retain the tag team titles. Um, so yeah, anything else before we move on?
No, that's it.
All right. All right, moving on to the next match. The match that most likely will probably be the main event. It has to be the main event to start off strong. I'll be surprised if it's not the main event, but it might most likely be the main event. We got Cody Rhodes defending the Undisputed and Winged Eagle. We got Cody Rhodes defending the Undisputed and Winged Eagle championships in the ladder match against Kevin Owens. So ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship, the Winged Eagle Championship belt, and the undisputed Championship belt will be suspended above the ring. Cody Rhodes defending it against Kevin Owens in a ladder match. Wow, this is gonna be a banger of a match. Cody Rhodes and Kevin. Honestly, I can see this going either way. But giving you the floor, Canadian Yorker. What are your thoughts on this match, and what is your who do you think is going to win this? I'll by far say the legendary match.
I'm gonna come out and say that this is Kevin Owens, maybe not his last chance to win the WWE title, but this might be his most important match of his career is actually win the WWE title. If he does win the title against Cody Rhodes, then that gives Cody Rhodes a fresh leaf, a very fresh leaf right here. And I see that, excuse me, I see that Cody Rhodes, will just have to start from the bottom up, just like everybody else, in case if he loses his title to Kevin Owens. And of course, this will cement Kevin Owens' legacy because he had so many opportunities to win his title, but he lost just because of the bloodline, because Roman Reigns kept getting in the way. Um, he just could not get over the hump, despite no matter how much he fought, and he just could not get over the hump. And this is Cody. This would be Kevin Owens' perfect opportunity to be able to take the title from Cody and win it all in the Royal Rumble. Um, but I don't think that's gonna happen because it's a story that's going on. Somebody else is going to take down Cody, and I think Cody Rhodes is going to retain his title against Kevin Owens because he's been fighting Kevin Owens and he wanted to fight Kevin Owens, but even though he's the one who wanted Kevin to fight him, uh, I think Cody Rhodes is going to be retaining his title at the Royal Rumble against Kevin Owens. That's my final pick. I'm locking in.
You're locking in Cody Rhodes to beat Kevin Owens in the ladder match.
Yes, I am.
All right, for me, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of possibilities for me. It's like Kevin Owens. We've seen him confront Sami Zayn, trying to confront Sami Zayn to help him. Obviously we have to see what Sami Zayn's role in this is. Is he actually going to help Kevin Owens? If so, that means Sami Zayn's going to turn heel. Is Randy Orton going to come back, cost Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens was the one that took out Randy Orton. So there's a possibility that Randy Orton might return and cause Kevin, linking a feud between Kevin and Randy. But people are like, we've been talking about this for months. A possibility that Randy Orton might turn on Cody Rhodes. Um, my good friend Joey said that he thinks that Sami Zayn's gonna turn heel and help Kevin Owens, and then Randy Orton's gonna show up. Randy Orton's gonna help Cody, but at the end of the match, Joey said that he's either going to look at the title or RKO Cody. So we might see, he thinks Randy Orton might return and turn on Cody. So anything could happen. But we know Cody. He's a fighter. I think he can, overcome Kevin Owens. It's just gonna be a tough one. But who really is going to take out Cody Rhodes? And I don't think Kevin Owens is the guy for it. Obviously, Kevin Owens is gonna be pissed off. So I wouldn't be surprised if the rivalry, the feud, continues after the Royal Rumble into WrestleMania season. But overall, I think Cody Rhodes wins despite the interference and stuff like that. We have to see if Sami Zayn makes the right decision. Um, we might not even see Sami Zayn turn heel. We might see him help Cody instead of Kevin Owens. So we have to see what happens, setting up that Kevin Owens versus Sami at WrestleMania. Um, but I'm locking my pick in. I am picking Cody Rhodes to successfully defeat Kevin Owens and retain his undisputed championship in this ladder match. So yeah, me and Canadian are both picked Cody Rhodes to win. So yeah, that would do it. Anything else before we move on?
I do agree with you. Sami Zayn might be turning heel on Cody, might be turning heel on the bloodline. We don't know that for a fact, but that remains to be seen. I mean, Sami Zayn is the X factor here. Um, it just it wouldn't make sense for Sammy to turn heel right now, even though he's been putting his body on the line against other wrestlers. Um, it just doesn't make sense right now. But I mean, Sami Zayn, I could see Sami Zayn definitely helping Kevin Owens out because to win the
Alexa,
championship because
stop.
he too had the opportunity to win the championship, but he couldn't get it done. I mean, Cody Rhodes is surrounded by people who want to get the championship off him, and so he should watch his back. He definitely has to watch his back. So that's all I gotta say.
All right, so moving on, we are finally gonna make our Royal Rumble prediction. Last year I was perfect in picks for the Women's Royal Rumble, but I missed the Men's Royal Rumble winner. So yeah, Canadian Yorker, you have the honor to choose. Would you like to start with the Women's Royal Rumble or the Men's Royal Rumble?
Let's go with the men's Royal Rumble.
Men's. All right, so yeah, the men's Royal Rumble. Obviously we've seen Cody Rhodes win it twice, but obviously Cody Rhodes isn't going to be in the Royal Rumble because he's champion. The winner of the Royal Rumble will face Cody Rhodes or Gunther for the title at WrestleMania. So we can't wait to. I can't wait to see what the winner is. There's going to be a lot of competitors, a lot of superstars competing in the Royal Rumble. Obviously, the big story coming into this Royal Rumble is John Cena. John Cena trying to get that 17th championship. John Cena, the farewell tour. This is gonna be his last Royal Rumble, and he's trying to make a run for another title. We've seen LA Knight announce his entrance. We've seen CM Punk, Jey Uso. We've seen Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns trying to get his title back. Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre. They're entering the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins wants to end CM Punk's WrestleMania dream. Drew McIntyre wants to target CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins wants to eliminate Roman Reigns. And then CM Punk is trying to do what he couldn't do last year because CM Punk got hurt last year in the Royal Rumble. He ended up getting eliminated by Cody Rhodes in the Heartbreak. Rey Mysterio announced his entrance. Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul. The new acquired Penta. Penta has announced him in the Royal Rumble. Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, Carmella Hayes. So who knows who's gonna show up? So making a prediction is gonna be a little difficult. But obviously going into this Royal Rumble, the main story is John Cena, obviously. If you guys don't know, Elimination Chamber usually sometimes decide who faces the other champion. If let's say the Royal Rumble winner chooses Gunther, then Elimination Chamber winner will face Cody at WrestleMania. But obviously that's just that. But anyways, Canadian Yorker, there's a few superstars that announced themselves in this Royal Rumble. Who do you think's gonna? What do you think of this Royal Rumble so far? I know it's probably gonna be the biggest Royal Rumble ever. It's gonna be great. What is your prediction? Who do you think's going to win the whole thing?
Ooh, man. Ooh, this is a spicy, very tough pick. Um, there's a whole bunch of there's a whole lot of good characters to pick from that could face Cody at Royal Rumble. I mean at WrestleMania. I mean John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, man, the big names, man, Rey Mysterio, man, there's so many people uh, who would be perfect for facing Cody. That Drew McIntyre, man, Drew McIntyre would definitely be someone who I would pick to face Cody at WrestleMania. Um, but it wouldn't make sense because he's got to face Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins, man, it is tough to pick. Whew, man, I gotta say that my best bet would be Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble to face Cody at WrestleMania. Um, but I don't think people want to see Roman Reigns. People don't want to see Roman Reigns facing Cody at WrestleMania. Um, it has to be somebody who's a heel. So I'm definitely not gonna go with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Not necessary because don't get me wrong, the winner of the Royal Rumble can choose Gunther.
Yes, that person could also choose Gunther
Gunther. So
too.
it could be a face. It could be either a face or a heel that wins the Royal Rumble.
Yes. Man, this is tricky. This is tricky. So
If you need helping hand, so obviously this is the helping hand. Obviously John Cena, I'm helping you a little bit so you kind of know what the storyline is kind of. So obviously John
yeah,
Cena, the story with him is he's trying to chase a championship. He's trying to end his career with a championship. CM Punk's trying to redeem himself from last year. We've seen him and Cody Rhodes bicker, and people are like, "Oh, CM Punk could win and challenge Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania." So we might see Cody Rhodes and CM Punk at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns, I don't even know if he's gonna win or not. Probably not. And Seth Rollins, we've seen Seth Rollins bicker around with Gunther. You know the history between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, but I mean Seth Rollins and Gunther, I think that's just gonna be a later feud. I don't think it's gonna happen quick. And then obviously Drew McIntyre, he could win and face Gunther, but I don't think Drew's gonna win because he has history. He already faced Gunther. He faces Cody, and then obviously Rey Mysterio. There's no really a storyline in that. Sami Zayn, he could win it, but then the question is he could face Cody Rhodes, and then that whole shenanigans with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens saying that I'm rooting you to win the Royal Rumble. That way, Kevin Owens can beat Cody, then they can main event WrestleMania. So that's just a little helping hand for you to think about who your prediction can be.
yeah, yeah. There's so many storylines in this in this Royal Rumble coming out, going into this Royal
Yeah, there's
Rumble.
also Braun
Logan's in.
Breaker. There's also
Logan
Chad.
Paul also
There's
declared.
also Chad Gable. There's also Penta.
Yes. There's Logan Paul, I believe, also declared himself as a Royal Rumble as well. Yeah, look here. Uh, the best person to face Cody at WrestleMania
Or Gunther.
is
You also have to have the possibility that the winner would choose Gunther.
yes. So you have people that can face Gunther or Cody Rhodes. I think Dominic Mysterio, he must have declared himself as well.
No, I
Um,
don't see him on the list, so he could show up. I don't even know.
whatever. So here's what I think. I think that the person that is, I think, would be the person that's going to be winning the Royal Rumble. I'm going to just say my top three. It has to be John Cena. It has to be CM Punk. Um, and it has to be, I'm going to have to go with
You have to go. You have to pick one.
Chad Gable. I definitely think Chad Gable. I'm going to go with man, John Cena could he could win this and then lose it, but I think for the Royal Rumble, I'm probably locking in my pick to be. Uh, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna pick one person. I don't think I've ever picked him before in my life. Um, I'm
Logan
picking John
Paul,
C. No, John Cena.
John Cena.
I'm, I'm picking Cena to
Yeah,
win.
yeah. All right, so you're locking in John Cena to win the Royal Rumble.
Um, yes, I'm picking in Cena to win the Royal Rumble.
He could possibly be 30 or 29, 28 to be honest, but I don't know. He might be in a history book try to win the Royal Rumble at number 1. People are saying that he might enter at 17, get it? 17, trying to aim for 17 championships. So,
Yes,
but yeah, you're locking in John Cena.
I'm not getting John Cena, and also for the fact that John Cena, yes, John Cena has never won the Royal Rumble. John Cena has not. Also, this is his last year. This is the biggest
Oh
storyline.
no,
He's one of the biggest superstars.
John Cena won in 2008.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so John Cena
That's
has
when he
won,
came
but
back
it's been a
from
while since he's won.
injury. And then he ended up facing Randy Orton. It ended up being a triple threat match between Cena, Triple H, and Orton at WrestleMania.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
Yeah.
but this is the first time in years that John Cena has main evented WrestleMania, and so for John Cena to be in for John Cena to be in the Royal Rumble is huge, and he has he has to win this because this is his last ride, and I mean he is one of the biggest stars out there, you know, he's I believe he is tied with Ric Flair. If he wins the championship, he'll be bigger than Ric Flair as the as wrestling champion. And for him to win the championship in his last year is monumental. That's a huge W for him. So I'm definitely picking John Cena. Kind of the reason why I'm picking John Cena to win the championship and I mean to win the Royal Rumble. So I'm going with John Cena.
All right. For me, it was a tough choice. There's a lot of storylines, but the thing is, I don't know if John Cena still has it in him. Obviously we've seen him getting old and he's kind of slow in the ring. Question is he really gonna go after 17? I mean, this guy, it's just he doesn't have it anymore. Question is, does he have it anymore? I mean, worst case scenario, I think people are talking about John Cena having a retirement match, like a one-on-one match, with no title involved. Just against someone that has a long history. There's been talks that John Cena might have a final match with Randy Orton, obviously, but we have to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I think John Cena will probably go for our championship. I just don't think winning the Royal Rumble is something he could do. I think he could win Elimination Chamber. But I'm locking my pick in. This is a guy that I picked last year. I don't know if you remember who I picked last year, but let me just explain what I think is gonna happen. I think CM Punk gets redemption. I think CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. I know that I picked him last year and I was off. I didn't expect Cody to win last year, to be honest, but CM Punk, the battles with Drew McIntyre, obviously CM Punk making that promo after he beat Seth Rollins on the Raw debut of Netflix. He said he's going after Gunther. He's going after Cody. We've seen CM Punk and Cody Rhodes do a stare down, and I think that's going to be a WrestleMania match right there. I think CM Punk Cody Rhodes will be a hell of a WrestleMania match. Looking at Seth freaking Rollins, he has history with Cody. I don't think, it's going to be that. I don't think we're going towards that direction. Another Seth Rollins and Cody feud. Obviously, we want to see Seth Rollins versus Gunther, but I just don't think it's going to happen. And obviously, Drew McIntyre is washed. He's not going to win. I mean, I'll be surprised if Drew McIntyre wins, but then, he could go after Cody, but there's no storyline. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't think Drew McIntyre is gonna win. I think he's gonna put up a fight. I think Drew could be Final Four or three or something, whatever like that. Um, but obviously, I think the main pick. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in my pick. I am gonna go and pick the man that I picked last year and I was wrong. I think it's redemption time. I think it's redemption after injuring his arm. I don't know what it was, a torn pec or whatever. It was an injury to his shoulder. Once again, I am picking CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble. I'm locking my pick in. I think CM Punk's redemption time is coming. So CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble, and I think he's going to choose Cody. Looking at last year before the Royal Rumble, they had a confrontation, and now right before this year's Royal Rumble, they have a confrontation. I definitely think CM Punk might choose, Cody. I never seen CM Punk and Gunther exchange words, so that might not. And I don't know. That what worries me is that he might not win and do that. But I mean, who's who's? He said he wants to go after Gunther, but I just think John Cena. He might win Elimination Chamber. I think there's going to be Elimination Chamber match to determine Cody's. Excuse me. I think there's going to be an Elimination Chamber match to determine Gunther's challenger at WrestleMania, and I can see John Cena could possibly win that. Obviously, we might see John Cena Gunther. It's a dream match we have all have been seeing. How you deal if John Cena could dethrone Gunther? That'd be huge. To end his career, his last Royal Rumble, his last Elimination Chamber. But that's just that. But I'm locking in CM Punk. So yeah, I am picking CM Punk. Canadian Yorker is picking John Cena. Two guys who has history together, rivals in the past. So yeah. Anything else you want to say before we move on to the women's?
Oh yeah, it's just it's tough. It's really tough. Roman Reigns could win it too. I mean, there's just so many other actors there that could win it. Chad Gable could win the Royal Rumble and challenge Gunther for the title, but we haven't really seen Chad Gable do much since doing this thing. But there's so many things that could happen. We don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm gonna wait and see it when it happens on Saturday.
All right, so moving on to the Women's Royal Rumble. Women's Royal Rumble winner will face either Rhea Ripley or Tiffany Stratton. Let's go. So yeah, there was only a few women that announced them into the Royal Rumble. We got Nia Jax announcing. We got Bailey, who I picked perfectly last year. Last year I picked Bailey to win it, and she did. Bailey entering the Royal Rumble, a returning Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Bianca, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyria. You got Io Sky, you got Ivy Nile, and so far that's the only superstars that announced them for the Royal Rumble. So it's kind of hard to tell. Someone might win that's not even on the list, so that's just that. But yeah, the women's Royal Rumble is gonna be great. A lot of names. We might see more superstars announce them in the Royal Rumble this Friday on Smackdown. So we have to wait and see. But yeah, Canadian Yorker, what are your thoughts on this women's Royal Rumble? And what is your prediction? Who do you think is going to win this year's Royal Rumble?
So for the women's Royal Rumble is Bianca and who else?
Bianca, Naomi, there's Bailey, there's Nia Jax, there's the returning Charlotte Flair, there's Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Ivy Nile, Lyra Valkyria, Io Sky. That's pretty much it for who has
I
announced their
see.
entry.
I man, there's a number of these ladies have already won the WWE the Royal Rumble, and so I mean Bianca Belair could have won it, could win it, but she's a tag team champion. I don't see her winning it. I don't see Naomi winning it because she's already filling in for the tag team champion. Um, I mean, Nia Jax could win this. Charlotte Flair could come back. Charlotte Flair came back. I was expecting her to come back a little later, possibly after Royal Rumble, but she came back. But she has a reason. She has a reason to be here to be challenging the champion to be the challenger to win out of all this for the Royal Rumble. And Charlotte Flair, like you said, Charlotte Flair, if she wins, she could challenge Rhea Ripley for a title. and get her title back, or she is challenging Tiffany Stratton to get for a chance to get a championship off of Tiffany Stratton. Um, Io Sky could win this, uh, but that would be a tough win for Io Sky. I don't see Io Sky winning the Royal Rumble. Naomi, Bailey, man, Bailey could win it again. Bailey would be the best candidate because she's won it twice already. Uh, Man, it's a tough one. Um, my best pick would be Charlotte Flair to win the Royal Rumble, but then Charlotte Flair has to beat Nia Jax. Oh man, Nia Jax would be the best bet as well. But I'm picking Charlotte Flair to win the Royal Rumble this year.
All right. So yeah. For me, yeah, it's a no-brainer. There's a lot of history for these women. Uh, Nia Jax. Honestly, they could just do that feud with Tiffany and Nia. Nia could actually win the Royal Rumble, which is set up that Tiffany and Nia WrestleMania match. It's definitely something to see. But then I was kind of expecting Nia Jax versus Tiffany at the Royal Rumble pay per view. But then Bailey just had confronted Rhea Ripley, and obviously she has history with Tiffany Stratton, so Bailey could win and challenge Rhea Ripley. You know, we never seen have we seen Rhea Ripley and Bailey go 1-on-1? I don't think so. I'm not even sure. Um, and then there's Charlotte Flair who's making her return. Bianca's definitely not going to make win it because she's tag team champion. Liv Morgan, man, Liv Morgan. You know, she could win. I mean, honestly, she could win, setting up Rhea Ripley again. But I don't want to fucking see that. So, um, and she could actually go after Tiffany. You know, there's still trade deadlines going on. She could get traded to SmackDown. You never know. And then obviously Raquel Rodriguez is going to do as much as she can to help Liv win the title. So, and then Lyra Valkyria, she's not winning because she's already women's Intercontinental champion. And then we got Ivy Nile that is not probably not going to win. Io. So this is interesting. So people are teasing a Rhea Ripley and Io Sky feud. You know, and obviously Io Sky has somewhat history with Tiffany. So Io Sky could possibly win if you think about it. There's a lot of options for her if she does win. You know, obviously confronting Rhea Ripley. If you guys don't know, there's a clip of Io Sky helping Rhea Ripley pick up the Women's World Championship, and Io was staring right at it. So, but there wasn't really any reaction between Io and Tiffany, so we have to see what happens. But yeah, I'm surprised you have the same prediction. So yeah, you know what's gonna happen. I think this match has been a talks for years. I think it's gonna be a build up to it. It is going to be the WrestleMania match that is going to be great. There's going to be a storyline, obviously. It's going to be Battle for the Blondes. I think Charlotte Flair returns, and I think Charlotte Flair wins the Royal Rumble. I think she wins the Royal Rumble, and I think she challenges Tiffany. Obviously, Rhea Ripley would have to find a, you know, opponent. It could be Io. It could be Bailey. We can, like I said, we can have probably have an elimination chamber match to determine who faced Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. We had this last year for Elimination Chamber. Last year, Elimination Chamber, Becky Lynch defeated everyone to get the right to face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So we could do that. So Bailey could be an Elimination Chamber match. Io could be an Elimination Chamber match. But I think Charlotte Flair wins the Royal Rumble, and I think she will feud. I think she will face Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. So yeah, we both picked Tiffany Stratton. Well, I mean, we both picked Charlotte Flair. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, that would do it. Anything else before I end?
I just want to mention that Charlotte Flair has history with Rhea Ripley, and I think Charlotte Flair could definitely go after Rhea Ripley and challenge her for a title, and that would leave if Nia Jax decided to join the Elimination Chamber, it would leave Nia Jax the opportunity to go after Tiffany Stratton and get the championship back because I mean let's face it, Tiffany Stratton betrayed Nia Jax, And so, I mean, why wouldn't Nia Jax go after Tiffany Stratton for that matter? And Rhea Ripley was the one who beat Charlotte Flair for her championship. I mean, it would be nice to see a rematch between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. The match that they had at WrestleMania was one of the best matches I've seen for the women's division. Rhea Ripley literally had to. That was one of the toughest matches Rhea Ripley fought to get the title off of Charlotte Flair. And now Charlotte Flair can challenge Rhea Ripley for the title and win the championship from her at WrestleMania. um, that would really be interesting for Rhea and Charlotte going forward. But that's what I think could happen, but it probably may not happen.
All right, so that would do it for our 2025 Royal Rumble prediction video. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Canadian York. I mean, my name is Bruin Steel. Excuse me. I almost called myself Canadian Yorker. Sorry about that. My name is Bruin
It's
Steel.
all
This is
right.
Canadian Yorker. Yeah. Royal Rumble is this Saturday. If you guys want to check it out on Peacock, let us know in the comment section who do you think is gonna win. But my name is Bruin Steel. This is Canadian Yorker. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel. Link will be in the description, as well as our WWE Wrestling Bros channel. That link will also be in the description of this video. But yeah, that would do it for Royal Rumble. We'll be back hopefully Sunday night for our recap. So yeah, my name is Bruin Steel. This is Canadian Yorker. Take it easy, enjoy the rest of your night, and see you guys later. Enjoy Royal Rumble this Saturday, guys.
All right. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. Have a great weekend.